Hi everybody.
Hi everyone.
Hello and welcome to a new episode from Deaf is in Wonderland. We both received a video recommendation from Laura. Laura wrote the title of this show. It is a talk show with the name, Theatre Talk. And it's about the play called Spring Awakening. I see the video is quite long. It is 26 minutes long. Whether we'll watch the video to the end I cannot say it yet. Let's see what we can expect. What do you think about that?
Yes, let's just look. I will not translate the text in the YouTube description box of the video now. Please make yourself smart and read the text from the original video yourself. Are we ready?
Yes, I'm curious. Ready.
I'm ready. Here we go.
Coming up on Theatre Talk.
I always say in your letter, your letter just bothered me. The sign for bother, but she has to say disturb.
And I asked her, because she sometimes mouths, and she'll go, your letter bothered me. And I'm like, could you please say disturbed when you sign it? Because I'm
She's
following
right.
you.
Cameron's absolutely right.
Excuse me, but I have to stop here for a moment. I notice that many guests are sitting at this table. That's a lot of people. How do we handle the translation?
I noticed that as well, that there are a lot of people. I have a simple solution for this.
Yes. What does it look like?
I will translate the women and you take over the men, is that okay?
Yes, of course, sure. I hope you guys at home get the information as good as possible.
Alright, that is perfect.
I also saw that this video is 26 minutes and 46 seconds long. That is really a lot.
Yes, that's long.
As you know, at home actually we limit the time for our Deaf is in Wonderland episodes from 10 to 15 minutes. That's why I'm unsure if we'll watch the video to the end and try to translate throughout.
We too will do it.
Alright.
We can take a break again if it gets too complicated. Arrange briefly and then continue again.
Then everything is clear to me. Let's start.
It's
Cameron's up
impossible.
because I have to try to keep my mouth shut so that I don't want to throw her off.
Theatre Talk is made possible in part by the CUNY TV Foundation.
CUNY TV is awesome.
Theatre Talk.
Theater Talk.
These pictures are eye-catching.
This is a cool effect. Michael Riedel.
Susan Haskins. These are the guests who are present at the show today, and these two young men are also there.
Theater Talk.
Dear Herr Stiefel, Moritz, I spent the entire day thinking about your note. Truly, it touched me, it did, that you'd think of me as a friend. Of course, I was saddened to hear that your exams came off rather less well than you'd hoped, and that you will not be promoted come fall. And yet I must say, straight away, that fleeing to America is hardly the solution. And even if it were, I cannot provide the money you request.
From New York City, this is Theatre Talk. I'm Susan Haskins, and
I'm Jesse Green, not Michael Riedel.
Michael Riedel is on the road, and I'm so happy you're here, Jesse, particularly because we're going to talk about a production today which you, as the critic of New York Magazine, raved about.
I did.
Spring Awakening, a remarkable musical that has just opened on Broadway, and we're very pleased to be joined by Spring Awakening's director, Michael Arden. It's a revival, but you conceived this production, and two of its stars, Emmy Award-winning Cameron Manheim and Academy Award winner Marlee Matlin. And we also want to welcome Marlee's interpreter, Jack Jason. So, Jesse.
Let's start at the beginning. I'm sure you've told this before, but Michael, what are the origins of this revival? It was a show that was done not so long ago on Broadway for the first time.
Right. Well, I was lucky enough to actually see this show, this play, in previews at the Atlantic, something like 10 years ago. And I immediately fell in love with it. I had been a fan of Duncan Sheik and Stephen Sater's work on their albums prior to that, and so I was really excited to see them approach this play. And coincidentally, I had done a few plays as an actor with Deaf West Theater, which is an incredible company based in Los Angeles, founded by Ed Waterstreet. I did their production of Big River on Broadway at the Roundabout. And cut to 10 years later, I was living in LA. I'd just started a theater company in Los Angeles, and the artistic director, DJ Kurz of Deaf West, approached me and said, "Is there anything you would like to direct for us?" Given my history with the company. And the idea actually came from my fiance, Andy Mientes. He said, "Why don't we do Spring Awakening?" I said, it makes complete sense, because at its core it's a story about the perils of miscommunication. And we sat and sort of hashed it out and decided what characters would be deaf, who would be hearing, and how we would tell this story. And it was really important to me to try to, for the first time in a Deaf West musical, have actually deaf characters and hearing characters, and be able to begin to start a conversation about that. So we did a workshop, and then that went really well, and then we raised money on Kickstarter and did a small production in a 99-seat theater, which both of you came to see.
I want you to describe Cameron and Marley. Why is it so special, Cameron?
When I've seen it before or I've listened to the music, I feel that it's the children's point of views of the adults, and the adults are oppressive and strict, and it's their understanding of how the parents have done them wrong. Including sign language into what we have to say and do, it requires your full attention of your body, of your emotional capacity. Signs don't really exist without facial expression and without the emotion behind it. It has added another dimension, and also has made the adult figures not so evil in my book, and it's given them a life beyond what's on the page, because the signing adds so much more.
Sign language is a much more visual language. So people who have not really had the opportunity to see signing while just sitting in the theater, not having to talk to them, but watch them and hear the interpretation and see the hands move, it comes across much more vividly. And I mean, deaf or American Sign Language, people find it fascinating because it's using your hands, being able to express yourself with your face, expressing yourself with your body, but you also have to incorporate the knowledge of deaf culture, and that's what this has done so well. It really is one of the biggest reasons why I'm in this show, in this production, to be able to use my culture, to express my culture, while at the same time telling a wonderful story that's in Spring Awakening.
And the addition of sign language adds so much humor, which is something you don't expect. It's a dark play about dark matters, yes, but it's hilarious throughout, and the signing really adds to the comedy of it. Sign language is graphic. They say it like it is with their hands, and many hearing people can understand what we're doing, and it adds a second layer for them for understanding it.
Now, as a hearing person, I have to put this question, you're not hearing the music. And so, as a hearing person,
I can hear the music because I wear hearing aids. Don't tell anybody that I wear hearing aids. I can hear the music with my hearing aids, but without them, I'm completely deaf. I'm profoundly deaf without my hearing aids, which is why I sleep so well, because I take them off at night.
Believe me, she can hear, because she can tell me when I've spoken ahead of her, which she did last night. You spoke ahead of me.
Which she did 2 nights ago.
You two are often playing the same part.
I'm signing, and then I went, uh-oh. I try not to pay attention to it because I'm trying to be in my role, but at the same time, and do my job as the actor, as Fanny Gabor, whom I play, to the best of my ability, Michael Arden. Deaf actors have the advantage of being able to use their hands so that they become much more visual on stage. I mean, as it would be for anybody, we act just like hearing people do. I mean, wouldn't you agree? We're just like other actors who are hearing.
Absolutely.
But people think, oh, well, you sign, okay, you're acting, I guess, because you're using your hands. And we do what other actors do who are hearing. Whatever kind of actor you are, we do the same thing.
Since you are often playing the same character, did you have to work together to develop a unified way of presenting these characters? And also, particularly you, Cameron, did you have to adjust the sign language that you already knew to a style that would fit with the way Marley performs?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
There's several questions there. When Marley is doing her scenes, it's Marley's performance. And I am trying to be as truthful and follow her tone and her intention as closely as I possibly can. And Michael has been really helpful with that. I just got a couple of notes last night saying, Marley's doing this, you need to follow it. Sometimes I can't, where I'm placed on stage, I can't always see exactly what's happening. So we've worked in rehearsal, and we continue to rehearse in our dressing room, backstage, to always try to improve it. Almost every night we're going, let's do the letter, let's do the letter.
You would do me wrong, Herr Stiefel, to read into my refusal any lack of affection. On the contrary, as Melchior's mother, I truly believe it my duty to curb this momentary loss.
A lot of times, if I say to Cameron, I prefer how I want my particular character to sound, because I use my hands to make sounds for people who read sign language, if you want to put it in that way. For Cameron, sometimes I'll speak it with her, just to her, so that I can give her an idea of how I would like it to sound. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then on another note, which you were asking me about my knowledge of sign language and acting it and does it change anything, it's complicated because I know sign language, I know what I'm signing isn't exactly what I'm saying. Because this was written it was originally written a long time ago, the book, and they have followed an older, more proper way of talking. And what we're signing isn't exactly that, because there aren't always older, more proper signs to go along with the older, more proper words. So there's a more contemporary sign language, and I know what those words are, and I'm actually saying something else. So it's a big conflict in my brain.
It's important to note that ASL is not a literal word-for-word translation of English. I mean, they're two separate languages.
Right.
And ASL is also American Sign Language, so it is derived from American culture.
Well,
which makes it a bit complicated at times for someone like Cameron, too. She might be signing, you make me crazy, but the line is, you will drive me mad. And so even just because driving...
It is difficult to translate spontaneously. It's about that here. Two different languages, English and American Sign Language.
It's almost better to know less because you're sort of doing two things at once and it can start to become a little confusing.
When she's signing, I know exactly what she's signing. I have the word, condemnation, and she's signing punishment. And that is what that sign means to me. So I'm watching her, and I'm like, condemnation.
In any case.
And this is like, doesn't matter. For me, this is what this sign means. Doesn't matter. But my words
This example has something to do with American culture again.
And her signs are, it doesn't matter, I promise.
I would say in your letter,
We do respect
your
that.
letter bothered me, the sign for bother, but she has to say disturb.
And I asked her, because she sometimes mouths, and she'll go, your letter bothered me. And I'm like, could you please say disturbed when you sign it? Because I'm
She's
following
right.
you.
Cameron's absolutely right.
And it's impossible.
Because I have to try to keep my mouth shut so that I don't want to throw her off. A lot of people in the audience are sitting there trying to read my lips. What is she really saying? Or it's not matching with what Cameron is saying.
What I want to say, and you can even speak to this because you saw it, as a hearing person who knew nothing about sign language, doesn't it feel like you get double the information as opposed to not understanding what's happening?
Not only that, but as is often the case when I watch a musical and I want to get up and dance because they're so beautiful dancing, and I am not a dancer, I immediately wanted to leap up and do sign language because it's so rich. But of course I can't. Except for one phrase that I now know and will use in my family.
But when they're applauding, then you realize that you're going to do this, and yes.
It's very visual for a deaf actor to see somebody applauding like that. I like both. I like both the hand clap that I can hear and the visual clap.
Well, imagine if you're deaf on the stage and people have their hands in their laps clapping and there's seats in front of them.
Yeah.
They don't even
that's
know
what
that
you
you're
realize.
appreciating it.
Yeah.
You know?
So we only have a minute left because we're going to bring in some young members of your cast to fill out the show. But this play was from 1890, and there's a note in the program that says how the deaf were very oppressed at that period.
In the 1880s, something occurred called the Milan Conference, which was a meeting of deaf educators from all over the world. And it was decided that the only way to educate deaf students was through oralism, lip reading, forced speech, things like that. And so because of that, sign language was banned for many years thereafter. And so a lot of kids were forced to speak, which is what we're trying to show in this production.
You have the scene where the teacher is trying to teach the student by having him hold his hand to his voice box, I guess.
Throat and mouth, and to watch the lip movement. So we're trying to tell that story, which so many people don't know. I mean, before I approached this material, I didn't know the Milan Conference had ever occurred, and it was really a dark age that we're still feeling the repercussion of in deaf culture. Hopefully we're able to provide a context in which this sort of comment can take place.
You do. So we're going to bring in Daniel and Alex, who play this student, and we're going to thank you both very much. Cameron Manheim, Marley Matlin, such a pleasure to meet you both, really.
Thank you.
Morris, Steve up! I need hardly remind.
Between us, I really have to tell you. Such a remarkable show I haven't seen in a long time. I liked it and touched me a lot. The preparation of the information impressed me.
Yes, that's true.
Everybody said so much, in their own way. It was intense, and it was really a challenge to translate. How was it for you?
Indeed. They talked continuously. I can only hope that our viewers understood everything.
Yes, I hope so too. I have a good feeling about it. At this point, thank you at home for your patience.
Exactly. What is your opinion about theater talk?
The first thing I noticed immediately was the director Michael Arden. I take my hat off to him, because he made it possible for people who are deaf to have a stage. From my subjective point of view, it doesn't matter in which country, that people who are hearing have the upper hand in production, and deaf people often have to accept that. But based on this example, it was the other way around. They have always made it a high priority to develop knowledge about deaf culture. I really liked that. Michael Arden did not neglect the Milan Congress at the time. I have to agree with him. It was a very formative time for us deaf people and people from the deaf community. The brutal time of oralism and oppression.
May I add something? Also, for example, the black pedagogy.
Yes, exactly. And you can still feel it still today. That is not completely deciphered. That's why it's good that the Milan Congress was mentioned. I liked that.
I totally agree with you.
What is your opinion? What did you notice?
Well, I have a certain scene in my head. The book Spring Awakening is from another time. At that time, the linguistic expression was different. Now, the story was made using modern. They made a stage-ready musical. It uses the genre rock music and the performance is combined with old vocabulary signs. Hearing and deaf people come together and tell the story of Spring Awakening and experience a mutual collaboration. The story can therefore be told by both worlds. For example, what comes to mind is the topic, how the language changes over time has developed. This expression is called natural languages, so in this book is from a different time. I have an example and at the same time a question for you. What does the sign for take a picture look like?
So for example, first we do have take a picture with the camera, with the smartphone.
Or take a picture for a selfie.
True.
So this is an example of natural language development because in the old days you took pictures with a historical camera.
That's right.
Would I ask someone these days if I can take a picture and I am using this sign for it, I would only get strange looks.
Yes, every single language is developing. Since you just broached the subject of language, I noticed that in this episode of Theatre Talk there are two scenes where it was about the expression of signed English. In one scene it happened that director Michael Arden had said, "You drive me crazy."
That's a good one.
That is signed English. However, it does not look like this in Austrian Sign Language. The shape is legitimate, but this expression has two meanings. First, indignant, or annoying. Or the second meaning of "you're driving me crazy" is exuberant, rampant. Signed English does not provide fully translation of the meaning.
The two languages meet, hearing and deaf people face the challenge of sorting the grammar salad of each language when working together.
Yes, the topic is and remains very exciting. I would like to thank you for this excellent video recommendation. And I'm looking forward to another episode by Deaf is in Wonderland. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course.
A kiss for you. Bye.
See you.